What's going on, guys? Liam here, and today we're going over round 7 predictions, who I'm tipping for all my tip comps, a couple little punts I'm looking at as well. And yeah, how good. I do need a little bit of your help first though, guys. In my last video, a few people commented and said that my mic sounded really quiet. Now I've turned it up. The reason why I had it quiet was my partner used to be a sound technician at a radio station, and she told me to have the mic way down. So she's been fired, obviously, and I've turned it up, and we'll see how it goes. It sounds fine for me, but I've got like headphones on, so it sounds like really loud to me. But if it's too quiet again, guys, drop it in the comments, and I'd really appreciate your feedback. Now, also, guys, I'd love to see in the comments who you think's going to win all these games. Let's go through them really quick. Drop them in the comments. We've got Dolphins, Rabbitohs. We've got Sharkies, Roosters. We've got Manly, Storm. We've got Warriors, Cowboys. We've got Knights, Panthers. We've got Titans, Broncos. And we have Raiders, Dragons. And we have Parramatta versus the Doggies. And the Tigers are about to get their first 2 points of the year from the bye. Man, poor old Tigers and Doggies, actually. We'll go over that. But let's go into each game individually. All right, so let's get to the team list first. All right, so Dolphins 303, Rabbitohs $1.39. Man, I'd love to see what the line is here, because I don't think the Rabbitohs are going to blow them away, especially with Totola out. He really does shore up their middle. They do get Jai Arrow back, and he's named in the prop position. Alex Johnson back as well, which will be a big help, but I do feel like they are still a little soft in the middle, so we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to tip the Rabbitohs. But if the Dolphins line's juicy enough, if the Dolphins line's over 10, I might even take the Dolphins there. Let's have a look at the team stats. Form guide, not great for the Rabbitohs, really. I mean, loss, win. And Dolphins keep getting wins, man. Wins is 67%. God damn, not too bad at all. Points scored, 140 to 130, so they're not blowing teams away or anything like that. And 128 to 100 for the Rabbitohs. Completion rate, this is why they're winning games. And if Bunnies are going to win this game, they're going to have to complete it over 79%. I'm telling you now, they're going to have to. If they don't, I honestly think the Dolphins can win this game. But I think they've got enough strike to get the job done still. But they're definitely not going to want to do 72%. I mean, yeah, it's not quite good enough for a team that's considered a premiership threat. Tackle efficiency is pretty fine for both teams. Average points scored, 21 to 16, 23 and 21. That is plenty of points conceded for the Dolphins, so they're definitely going to want to tidy that up, play the ball speeds pretty even and all that sort of stuff. So I'll go Bunnies here, but I'm confident, but not overly confident here. Ooh, Sharkies, Roosters. All right, a few outs here for the Sharkies, Finucane and Toby Rudolph, and Fletcher Baker out for the Roosters, but they get back Tedesco and Lodge. They're a much better team. I know everyone says how good Manu is at fullback, and he is, but I just feel like Tedesco's still the GOAT at the moment, and I think Joey Manu really tightens up that edge. He's a great defensive centre, and he's just that extra little bit of strike out there too. So I definitely do like them better with Tedesco back. I mean, even with the outs, I mean, Royce Hunt comes in at prop. I mean, McInnes comes in at lock. It's still a 1 to 13. This is still a really dope team. Like, this is a very, very good team. And yeah, old Hines, he's fast becoming my favourite player, that dude. He's just such a legend. Such a legend. Oh, so who am I tipping? Just moving on. All right, so let's have a look. Previous matchups, 36-20. So Roosters have had their number. Loss, win, loss. Pretty patchy here from the Roosters. 40%, 60%. Yeah. So I thought I read something wrong then. I was like, what? Look, I'm going to faster play the ball sphere. I'm not really feeling the way the Roosters are playing, and I know they've got a more star-studded team, but this is in Cronulla. What are they paying? $2.12. I really like the value here, hey. I really like the value there. That's not bad at all. I'm going to tip the Sharkies here to get a dub over the Roosters. not confidently, but I think, yeah, there's something off about the Roosters to me, and I feel like they keep trying to play more sideways and just blasting through the middle. So we'll have to wait and see. But I'm going to tip the Sharkies here. Not very confidently, but we'll have to wait and see. But points scored 138 to 117, and look at that. Points scored 94, points conceded 106. It's not great from the Roosters. That's pretty bad for 3 wins. You know what I mean? So Sharkies can put some points on. So yeah, I'm going to go the Sharkies here as a bit of an outsider. Sea Eagle Storm. Damn. Lawton out, Garrick out, Nick Meaney out, so Munster goes in at fullback. I actually love Munster at fullback. And this Pessett guy who comes in as well, he's been pretty damn good too. So, yeah, Turbo didn't look at 100% last week. I heard some things about back spasms and all this sort of stuff. And yeah, Kristen Welsh has been playing good. Kamikamitha's been playing good. Look, they're far off. They're not 100% not at full strength, but I'm going to tip the Storm here. I was really high on the Sea Eagles at the start of the season, but I don't know. I just feel like the Melbourne Storm have just sort of found another gear and they've clicked into it. They dealt with the Roosters pretty easily last week. That was not close. So we'll have to wait and see. But wins this season, 2 from 5, 4 from 6. Completion rate's 80%. So this was way down at the start of the year. So they've been completing well over 80% for this to be up at 80%. And tackle efficiencies, play the ball speeds, pretty similar. Key wins at this venue. It's pretty solid from the old Sea Eagles. And yeah, I'm not going to do it confidently, but and I believe Schuster's not. He's named on the reserves as well, so he's not definitely playing. So yeah, I'm gonna tip Melbourne here. What were they paying again? $1.62. Yeah, that's probably about right. That's literally probably bang on from the bookies. Oh, what a tough game. Warriors keep defying the odds and winning games. I know they lost last week, but huge outs. I mean, Tamari Martin and Wade Egan. Tohu Harris named. Is he actually? Yeah, he's named in at lock. Not every top team from last year is playing really good this year, but you can see their problems. I can't quite figure out what's wrong with the Cowboys, but they just look off to me, eh? This is in Mount Smart Stadium in New Zealand. Tohu Harris back. If Nakora was in, I'd be tipping them very comfortably. Dylan Walker comes in at number 6. I think he'll do fine, but Tamari Martin's been amazing. And Wade Egan has been such an unsung hero for the Warriors. He's been absolutely amazing. So, I mean, yeah, Freddie Lussick comes in. They've got still no McLean. They've got Ruben Cotter here. Nanai's back. Granville, not liking their bench. Rayleigh Price. I'm going to tip the Warriors here. I'm going to tip the Warriors at $1.89. I think just being in New Zealand and there's just something off about the Cowboys. It's not, I don't know if they're overworked, overtrained, they just got not jet lag, but lag from last year, but they just don't look like the same team to me. Other than the first 40 minutes of the first game, they have just looked terrible. And terrible's probably been nice. They've been way off. Knights, Panthers, damn, you'd had to be playing the Panthers this weekend. No outs, Jaden Brayley out for Newcastle. They look unbeatable at the moment, the Panthers. They're Liam Martin's named as an in, but he's only listed on the he's not listed on the interchange. He's listed as a reserve. So I don't think we'll see him. I don't think they're going to risk him because he plays so hard. You don't want to risk him when you're such heavy favourites, I don't think. And, man, Knights have been really, really good. They've probably surprised me better than anyone. I actually had Knights when I did my initial ladder prediction. I had them, fighting for the 8, which they're 8th. But then I just saw them in the pre-season and their first couple of games. I was like, they're spoon contenders. But they've just, since Ponga's been out, they've just looked great. I just think they're a better footy team without Kalen Ponga in it, honestly. They play proper team footy rather than just going, hey man, do something, you know. But they're coming up against the they play. So Fisher Harris still not in, a little bit of a concern, but they're not really facing a super strong forward pack. Only one of the Saifidi brothers. Leo Thompson's been good. Frizzell's been solid. Fitzgibbon's he's not a hard running ball runner, or he's not a defensive beast either. He's just a good solid second rower. So yeah, I don't see how Panthers lose this one. I'll go 13 plus from here. Let's have a look at team stats quickly. Last time they've played 42-6 and 38-20. Wins this season 50% to 60%, so they've played an extra game, but actually got the same amount of wins, which is pretty nuts. Points scored though, 141 to points conceded, 64. And then you've got, it's an 50% win rate, yet you've conceded more points than you scored. That's a little scary. That means you've been just scraping by. And this is looking a lot healthier. Just a little bit. Tackle efficiency, great from both teams. Completion rate, fine. If you're close to 80%, if you're over 80%, you're doing real good. Sort of thing. Average play the ball, so that's so quick, man. Wins at this venue, 53% there. Panthers almost have nearly the same win rate at this stadium than Newcastle. That's crazy. But yeah, I'll say the Penny Panthers get that one done. Oh man, Titans, Broncos, so Foran's back, that's great. I think Jaden Campbell's done such a good job. Sexton comes out of the team. He was amazing last week. Pretty much the same team, except Flegler comes in. And we have Corey Jensen coming in, which I think he's been pretty good. I think he's been pretty solid coming off the bench, but he's going to have to, do a pretty good job because this forward pack here is a problem. I'm really looking forward to Payne Haas versus Big Tino. Two of the best informed props at the moment, and I can't wait to see this one. If you asked me this a week ago, I would have said the Broncos trot this one in, and they're priced to do that. But I don't think it's going to be as much of a devastating blow as everyone thinks. We're going to have to wait and see. But I think I'm going to take the Broncos. But I'm expecting the Titans to make a game of it. All right, 16-12, 35-24 the last couple of times they've played. Form guide, win, loss, win. So they're due for a loss, the old Titans. Wins this season 60%, 3 from 5, 5 from 6 for the Bronx. Titans had the bye last week, I think, so they should be pretty fresh. Completion rate, I mean, this is pretty average from both teams, to be fair. Broncos, they're dropping a lot of ball. I said at the start of the season, Broncos, if they're going to make the 8, they can't have their back 3 in the top 10 for leading errors. Selwyn Cobbo's pretty close to that top of the list. And Reece Walsh is now 10th. He's crept up a little bit. So they're starting to make a few errors out the back. I said that'll be their Achilles heel. If they're back 3, I think they're lucky Oates has been injured. Is it Anderson? What's his name? Jesse Arthurs, sorry. He's been really safe under the high ball. He's been really good. I was actually a bit dumbfounded. I can't remember who they were playing. Might have been Penrith or someone. But they kept bombing to Arthurs because he's inexperienced, I guess. A bit more inexperienced. But I'm like, he's solid under the high ball. Reece Walsh and Selwyn Colbo dropped the ball with regularity last year, you know what I mean? I'll be bombing to them. I know they're a little bit more dangerous ball runners, but if you bomb Selwyn 10 times, you'll probably put a couple down, you know what I mean? Or he might put none down. That's the thing about him. He can have a flawless night, or he can have 5 errors. It's a bit up and down with old Selwyn, but it should be interesting. So 60%, 80%. Completion rate's pretty average from both. To be honest, tackle efficiency from both, not great. It's 85s. It's pass, but just. Pretty quick play the balls from Broncos. Wins at this venue 45%. Damn, Broncos have had their number there. It's for damn sure. But yeah, we'll go the Broncos. But I'm hoping for a close one. I might even, if the line's tasty here, if the line's over 6.5, 7, I might even take the Titans here. All right, Raiders, Dragons. What a win from the Raiders last week. And then they get back White and Tarpany and Kotrick. Rapana out. He brings a lot of energy. Francis Molo and Ravalawa. I think Ravalawa has been brilliant this year. He's got an error in him, but you know what I mean? He's just been... He's more damaging than most props in the game. He's a beast. He's like how Mikasivo used to play before Mikasivo sort of went to his shell a little bit, or Sammy Radradra reminds me a lot of him. He's a beast. Not quite as light on his feet as Radradra. Radradra was just... I watched a few highlights of Radradra the other day, and oh my God, that dude was incredible. He was something else, that dude. So bad rugby league couldn't hold on to him. But so yeah, Rapana out. But they're starting to look a little bit more whole here, guys. This is geez, look at that cheesy grin from Hopewadi. Wouldn't say it to his face though. He's a beast. But yeah, we're going. Let's have a look at the team stats. How everyone's been going. So close games both times, and I think this is going to be a close game either way. I mean, when's this? 2 from 5, 2 from 6. Completion rates. The Dragons are completing okay. They're definitely going to have to tidy this up a little bit. Average points scored, average points conceded, average points scored, average points conceded. So they've both sort of got losing. They're both playing losing footy at the moment. Damn, play the ball speed's pretty slow. I'm really... When's at this venue? I think being at home on a... Sunday, 2 p.m. on a Sunday. It's going to be a day game. If it was a nighttime game, I'd lock Canberra in with a lot more confidence. All right, I'm gonna go Raiders. Now that this guy's back, what a legend. I'm gonna go Raiders here. I'm gonna tip them. I think they're gonna get this one done. I think Dragons are sort of even though they're bloody 2 from 5. I think they've actually overachieved a little bit. They're pretty damn average. I'm gonna stick with my guns and go Canberra. Oh, this sucks. It sucks for the Bulldogs. I mean, Viliama Kikau, they were welcoming him back and he's done his peck. So they've got Edwards out, Adokar out, Moran out, Hoffman out, and then they've just added Kikau. They do get Mariner back and they do get Tavita Pangai Jr. back, but Pangai brings energy and he plays hard, but Jesus Christ, he can lose you a game as much as he can win you. Actually, he's more likely to lose you a game than he is to win you a game, to be honest. He's loves an error, loves a penalty. Yeah. Parramatta pretty much back at full strength now. We've got Clint, we've got Sevo, Will Penasini, Russell, Hayes Dunster, Dylan Brown, Mitch Moses, RCG. Yeah, I'm liking this forward pack. RCG, Josh Hodgson, Junior Paulo, Sean Lamb, Bryce Cartwright, Ryan Madison. That's then you got a pretty solid bench. Hopgood, Hands, Wiramu, Greg, and Makatoa. I mean, it's not an elite bench, but it's... You know a bench is good when you know everyone's name, like, off by heart. You know what I mean? Like, these guys have all played a lot of footy. You know what I mean? When you start going, who's that guy? You know, like, I guess I know the whole bench on the Doggies. Reynolds needs to bounce back from last week. He was really bad. He was good the week before, but he was really bad last week. That was a stinker from from the grub. But Hayes Perham's been good. I've been really impressed with this Alamotti. He's been real good, man. I've been really impressed with him. Braden Burns comes into the wing. Yeah, I'll take... I've actually already bet on Parramatta. I took them yesterday before the kick-out news at $1.54, at $1.55. I think I got them at, and that's come in a bit since then. And Sunday Arvo game, Parramatta coming off a win. And I just think the injuries again. That's just... I mean, these guys can't do much if your forward packs a guy coming off a massive injury. Max King, William, yeah, it's not looking good. Not looking good for them. But we'll have to wait and see, guys. But I'll go. I'll probably go Eels, maybe even 13 plus here. I think they get the job done pretty comfortably. Maybe not 13 plus. I might take them with about a 5.5 point, minus 5.5 points, something like that. Just because they haven't been great themselves, but I still think they've got. There's no excuses now for Parramatta. They've got everyone back. They've got their captain back. They've got their their good backups, Dory, everyone back. They've got guys back on the bench who should be on the bench. They've got a full strength team here, and they're going up against half a Bulldogs team. So Parramatta should get this one done, guys. So exciting, but what a weekend of footy. Let's go over it again real quick. So we've got it's just actually I just want to do sorry, one sec. I just wanted to show you this too. Like, if the doggies are in big trouble. Like the doggies, they're sitting 13th with a minus 42, and their next games are all teams sort of around them. So they've got where are we? We're up to here. So they've got the Eels, who are below them, which will essentially jump them if they win. They've got Sharks, who are just above them. Then we've got Dragons, who are, I think, just above them, but close. Then they've got Raiders, who are just below them. Then they've got the Warriors, who are sitting quite comfortably. If Bulldogs, with all these injuries, drop 3 or 4, maybe even 5 of these, they could be down here real quick. You see they're playing the Sharks, Dragons, Eels and Raiders over the next few weeks, and then the Warriors, who are well and truly above them. But if they lose 4 games to all these teams around them, these teams are going to get elevated up here, and doggies are just going to... They could be being second last real quick, real quick. So things not looking good for the Bulldogs. This could be a... This has turned into this could be a... Let's trash this season and play for next sort of thing really quickly. So what's that, 5 games? We'll be at round 12 then, almost halfway through. But you never know. I mean, Dolphins have got plenty of injuries. They're coming 4th. Knights got plenty of injuries. They're up in 8th. So there's no real excuses at the end of the day. It is professional sport at the end of the day, and you got to perform whether you got players in or out. It's a simple way it is, I guess. But that's it from me, guys. Actually, we'll just go over it really quickly. So we've got we're going Rabbitohs, Sharkies, Melbourne, Warriors, Panthers, Broncos, Raiders, Parramatta, and I'll tip the Tigers to get the dub as well. Might be the first one in a while, unfortunately. I'm not dissing the Tigers. I love the Tigers. They're my grandpa's team. I've got a soft spot for them. If they won the comp this year, I'd be cheering. But they're not very good at football this year, unfortunately. Thank you all so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.